to the lectures and my fellow friends. Today, we will explain to you about gas turbine cogeneration system.
The process flow of this plant, as we can see here, we choose this plant because they have compressor, steam generator, reaction turbine, and refrigeration cycle. And in this flow, we can see here it going through a compressor and going to cooling air, and going through also go to gas turbine. And at the gas turbine, they will divide into two. That way, some of it go to get to heat recovery and steam, or we call it steam generator, and some of it will stack. And at heat recovery, or we call it steam generator, it will go to steam turbine. And at the steam turbine, we have turbo generator, and after that we become compressor, and this will be going to rotate to get what the
Okay, next is the compressor. Okay, the compressor provides the compression of the gas to the gas turbine engine through the thermodynamic cycle. Okay, there are a few types of compressor. The first one is axial. Axial is a compressor that compress a medium to large thrust of gas to the gas turbine. The next one is the centrifugal. The centrifugal is smaller, much more smaller than compared to the axial. It's compress a smaller size of thrust to the gas turbine, and it has either single or two centrifugal unit that connect in series. The third one is the mixed flow. Okay. The mixed flow have a relatively larger diameter compared to the centrifugal, and the diameter is across the diffuser. Okay, as stated before, the function of the compressor is to compress the gas into the gas turbine. Okay, by thrusting the gas, it increase the pressure and reduce the volume of the gas. Okay, next we will discuss about the importance of the compressor. As we all need to know, compressor is the blood pump for the gas turbine power plant. Okay, it is because if the fuel of gas compressor fails, the gas turbine of our plant will stop entirely. As a result, compressors are critically important for reliable gas turbine power plant operation. At the same time, the demand of the compressor have been increased because gas turbine require high fuel gas pressure to achieve increased performance efficiency, and because pipeline pressure fluctuate due to increased overall and peak demand requires. Okay, next, therefore, selecting the correct type of fuel gas pressure is one of the most important factor in achieving successful plant operation. As we mentioned before, there's a few types of the gas compressor. Yeah. So, based on the streamline and the type, we should choose wisely based on the thrust that required, or less it will affect the work.
and explain about a steam generator in gas turbine cogeneration system. For steam generator, or also known as a boiler, is an equipment used to create gas turbine exhaust gas energy and supply steam to customer facility as a process steam for heat utilization. And for the importance of the steam generators, plant steam generators is to create steam for the plant, and is also considered as a prime mover in the plant and used in pressurized water reactors between the primary and secondary coolant flows.
About reaction turbine function. A reaction turbine is type of turbine that develop torque by reacting to the pressure or weight of a fluid. The operation of reaction turbine described by Newton's third law of motion. Unlike in impulse turbine, the nozzle that discharge the working fluid are attached to the rotor. The acceleration of the fluid leaving the nozzle produces a reaction force on the pipe, causing the rotor to move in the opposite direction to that of the fluid, and pressure of the fluid changes as it passes through the rotor blade. The importance of reaction turbine is efficiency advance. because the blade of the reaction turbine direct nozzle flow opposite the spin and action physics process take place. Next, energy input advantage. In comparing an impulse turbine to reaction turbine, you find that energy inputs are different. To extract the same amount of power output from impulse turbine, you need a lot of more energy input. Next is material usage advantage. Because the efficiency is greater for a reaction turbine over an impulse turbine, not as many materials are needed to build a reaction turbine that produce the same energy output. Lastly, power output advantage. For same size of turbine, a reaction turbine put the forth more power than impulse turbine. Impulse turbines are simply not efficient in terms of energy output. Next, I will explain to you about refrigerator cycle. A refrigerator process basically removes heat from a space where cooling is desired to a secondary media, for example surrounding. One way of making this happen by using a vapor compression cycle. The vapor compression cycle is carried out by a refrigerant system. This system basically consists of four components, namely compressor, a condenser, an evaporator, and expansion valve. Alright, I will explain to you the importance of refrigerator cycle. Refrigerator cycle cause less running cost, and it has smaller inside for same capacity of refrigerator. Large range of temperature can be achieved. Next, in VCRS coefficient of performance COP is more efficient compared to normal one.
Static testing. Okay. Non-destructive testing is an evaluation method of engineering analysis in which detection of material flaws that affect the combination with prediction of remaining life of the equipment. Okay, with no consideration of a flaw. The detection of flaw using variety of physical testing technique known as non-destructive testing. NDT. The role of NDT is to guarantee with a level confidence that crack corresponding to a critical size for a fracture at the design load and absence for a component which the component is used in service. Okay. There's a few tests that need to be run in the NDT, type of NDT that you should know. Okay, the first one is the visual examination. Next, liquid penetrating test. Then, magnetic particle testing, radiography testing, ultrasonic testing, and eddy current testing. Okay, the first test that we need to run is the liquid penetrating testing. Liquid penetrating testing is used to detect any defects in a wide range of the equipment. Okay, the LPT provide that the defect breaks the capillary action into defect that other after subsequent development. Any surface breaking defect may be rendered visible to human eye. In order to achieve good defect visibility, the penetrating liquid will either be colored with a bright and persistent dye or else contain fluorescent compound. In former type, the dye is generally red and the developed surface is due natural artifact light, but in later case, the component must be viewed under ultraviolet light in identification of defect are to be seen. Next one is the magnetic particle testing. Okay, magnetic particle testing detect flaws on just underneath the surface of ferromagnetic materials using fluorescent, black or dry magnetic particles. As for the advantages, the magnetic particle testing is a relative low-cost technique that allows for high controllability sensitive than liquid penetrating testing. It can, however, only be used on ferromagnetic materials that are perfectly clean. Okay, the next test is the ultrasonic testing. This method uses transmission of high frequency sound wave through a material to detect internal defects. As we mentioned before, the LPT, then we will proceed with the ultrasonic testing. Okay, in this, the pulse echo method is the most commonly used ultrasonic testing technique. Okay, automated advanced ultrasonic testing methods such as phase array and time of flight diffraction are also used in this method. Okay, by undergoing the NDT test, we can reduce the overhaul time of the gas turbine. Next, we can maximize the gas turbine availability, which means the gas turbine equipment will be available for the use every time that we need it. Okay, next, we can optimize the maintenance planning, as our expert can assist you in fine-tuning the maintenance. Okay. Then, for lastly, major one is we can avoid any costly damages that can affect the machines and to the company. That's all from us. Thank you.